Okay, now you guys should be able to hear me. There you go. Started talking and I realized I forgot to unmute my mic. Let's see. What's up, everyone? Happy Sunday. How's everyone doing? Let's see. Let me go ahead and switch over here and say hello to you guys quick, and then we'll get right into it. Where is... There we go. Cool. Wow. A lot of light coming from that direction. What's up, everyone? Josh V, hype, hit the likes. Thank you, my friend. Good to see you. Prathish, hello, hello. How you doing? Illusion, hello, Johnny. Good to see you. Arda, forgive me if I pronounced that wrong. Anyone can give me a tip. We'll go over what's going on here in a moment. Maybe you can learn something new. Forex, where's Johnny, bro? I'm right here, man. Good to see you. Alif, how you doing, buddy? Christina, hi, Johnny. Hello, traders. Good to see you, Christina. How you doing? Let's see. Coyote, sup? What's up, buddy? Vlad, yo. How you doing, my friend? Bedarius. Hello, everyone. Hello, Johnny. Good to see you. Mr. Reckless, sup, Johnny? Good to see you, my friend. Forex, hey, bro. What's up? Hey, man. We're just chilling. You know, it's a Sunday. We're kind of getting back in the swing of things. The weekend's kind of dying down here, so back to business as usual. And first things first, guys. I really do appreciate the support. We're almost there, guys. We are almost there. Oh. 990. Last night, before I went to bed, I checked. We were at 994. I thought I was going to wake up to 1,000 today. But that wasn't the case. Don't send the bots, okay? Don't send bots, please. I want it to be genuine. But we're almost there. Hopefully by the end of the month, we'll get there. By Tuesday. We'll see. I know the weekend's kind of slow. Once I start, when I post videos, that's when I get a little bit more action. So hopefully to get a couple more of you guys in here soon, so we can hit that 1K mark. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about things. You know, what's going on with the market. Let's see. Vlad 990. I know we're so close, man. We're so close. Marshman, what's up, Johnny? Good to see you, my friend. I'm doing good. How was you guys this weekend? What'd you guys do? Anything fun? I didn't do anything too fun, to be honest. I had stuff I had to do. All right, let's go into the TA. I'll let you guys answer that while I'm, getting things started here. Let's do. All right, let's do something different. We usually start off with a big time frame, go small. We're gonna go something a little bit more recent, and we're gonna just continue from there. So first things first. If you guys aren't aware of what's going on at the moment, this entire uptrend looks like one giant ABC. If you guys aren't familiar with the trading style that I use, or if you're new to the channel, if you need me to go over something, please. And also anybody in chat too, if you guys have any questions throughout this entire process that we're here today, please feel free to ask. This is why we do these. Hopefully you can get as much information from me as possible. That's the goal. The goal is to help you guys out as much as I can, and hopefully you guys can benefit from this style of trading and can make some money. That's the ultimate goal at the end of the day. But sorry, we're drinking out of a cup today. I forgot my bottled water, so I had to go get one quick before we started. Anyway, A, B to a C, and we're primarily focused on this pivot to short. So as long as we're below this pivot, the bears are, I guess, more probable. We're in the favor of more downside. Doesn't mean that we can't bottom and pump. It's just there is a lot of resistance in this area, and we did fight pretty hard in this region. So let's see how this continues to build. The devil's advocate, or the opposite of what I could be saying, is that, or what I am saying is, we are in an aggressive uptrend. So any pullback might be short-lived, but we kind of have to take it one level at a time and kind of see how it develops. And hopefully we can get a larger, at least a larger pullback. And that's, I guess, just a good way to segue into what's going on at the moment. But before we do that, I'm short pretty much right below this line at around 24,314. I'll give you the exact level here in a moment. Let's see. 24,276 is my exact entry. So that's what we're working with at the moment. And I'm also long off of this ABC. All right, and then we have this ABC within the C. That's where I took the trade. So as long as we're above that pivot, we're cruising. at some point, you know, one of these positions is going to fail. And the beautiful part of how we do things is that if these positions do fail, a lot of the times we take trades at important pivots. So to me, if this if this long gets stopped out and we continue lower, there's really no significant support below us. So that's the reason why I know some people have asked me fairly recently about this potential ABC. For me, if you're coming off of the long from 15K, I know there's a couple of you guys who have taken this position are still holding it. Me personally, I probably, if I didn't take it over here, it's pretty much the same area. So I would have taken it. I probably would have taken it there and tried to take this trade if I wasn't in this trade already. The only reason why is because this stands out a lot more than this, in my opinion. There's a much larger, clear separation in trend. But the only reason why I didn't let this go is, one, it's too close to each other, and two, this is a major invalidation for me personally. If I think this is going to be broken, and also based off of the bearish pressure that we are currently in, I personally think that we're going to keep continuing downward. We'll have to see how that plays out if we do. If we ever get, you know, lower at this point. Seems like we're just slowly making our way down, but we'll have to see how this behaves. We'll have to see how this forms. But I am long off of that pivot. We're going at around, what's that entry? We're at 24 or 214 35 ish, probably a little lower, to be honest. If I had to be, actually, I'll just tell you right now. Oh, I forgot. I don't have that position anymore. If you guys aren't aware of why I'm in a very high entry long, it's because I was in this position and I accidentally closed out my trade and pretty much just immediately reopened it at where I closed it at. So, you guys can go back to previous live streams if you don't believe me, but 21,435 is about the entry of that previous pivot, and I'm still currently holding that. Well, I'm holding from a different spot, but I'm holding the equivalent of the same long. Let's go over ETH quick. All right, so ETH, actually, no, I didn't go over the big picture. Shoot. So used to doing the opposite. Sorry, there's something. There you go. All right. So the big picture for BTC at the moment is that we are currently working on a much larger. Okay, there's different combinations of what could be going on. One is that perhaps that we're done. All right, this could be a larger A to a B to a C, and that's it. We're done with the bear market. We're just gonna keep going up, and then eventually form some sort of maybe larger A to a B to a C. That forms a larger A to a larger B to a C, and you know, I can go about the in between stuff all day. There's so many different variations of what could be going on, but that's the first larger option. The second larger option is maybe this ABC is 1A. We're working on a larger B. They're going to come up and test anywhere from like 32 to 30, I would say 32 to 36K. That's kind of like the region I would like to see. I could be dead wrong, but at the end of the day, I'm looking for more upside. And then eventually, I think if we are going to go to this sub 10K region like everyone is talking about, I think it's going to take a lot more time to build up before aggressively pushing downward, in my opinion. I don't personally think we're just going to come up, you know, to like a mere 25K and just immediately get rejected and go straight down to 10K. I don't see that happening. If anything, that leads us into the third option. The third option is very similar, but kind of it's just shaping up a little bit differently. The end result is still the same. I'd like to see a lower low we put in here, and maybe this ABC is not done yet. Maybe we're working on an A to a B to a C. And this ceiling is oh, wrong line. This ceiling extends down here. Now, if we are getting this, I personally don't think that we're going to go down in this 10K region. It's just not momentum to push price down, in my opinion. One of the things I look at when it comes to observing ABCs and how I do things is, for me to see an aggressive move, or at least larger price targets, I like to see these structures build out a lot more. Okay, the reason why is because of momentum, and also, actually, Yeah, I would say momentum is the key reason why I would say so. Now, I'm going to go through all my rubber bands using this example, but with ABCs is almost similar to like how you would, I guess, stretch a rubber band or launch a rubber band. If you guys obviously haven't been, well, I keep saying obviously, but some of you guys might have not ever, shot a rubber band at someone as like a joke when you were a kid. I used to do that all the time. But it's the same concept. Usually the A, B to a C, how I would like to see it, the farther something is stretched out, the more aggressive it's going to launch in that continuation direction. So if we get a larger AB, for example, like this, I think the chances of going much higher and a much more, I guess, reaching for larger price targets is a little bit more reasonable. I'm not saying this is dead set, but for me, this feels like a little, like if we are going to get this small ABC, it just feels like a little stretch and a little release, like nothing too crazy. But if we get the previous position I talked about, where we do something like this, if we get something like this to A to a B to a C, all right, that's more of a much larger stretch where if I let this go and I shoot it at you guys, it's gonna sting. That's kind of the way I approach it. It's not backed up by anything. Don't ask me why I think that way. It's just based off what I've seen. One of the things is, for example, like this. Hold on, this song is a little bit too techno-y for me at the moment. No Christmas. Okay, we'll do that. But it's the same exact thing when it comes to the top of the bull market. We didn't just come in and do something like this. If we did something like that, I wouldn't be as confident as for a larger bear market. But we came down a much larger clear separation in trend and then another nice push to the upside. To me, this just looks like one continuous trend. If that makes sense. It looks like we are putting in one larger trend, similar to, not as aggressive as this trend, but almost the same situation. We're putting in one larger aggressive trend. We're coming up, putting in a B wave, something similar to this, and then eventually we're going to come up or come back down and put in a much lower low. That's just me personally how I'm viewing it, and that's how I would like to see much lower price regions get reached, as if we have a larger separation in trend between all the trends. But that's pretty much it. I give you guys pretty much the main points, the pivots to look out for. Pretty much at this point, we only have that low. If we come down and break that low, that's going to complete a larger structure. But we could be done here. You could make an argument for that. Let's see. Kind of digging the blue and purple colors. Yeah, you got to switch it up, Alif. I think nothing wrong with the standard green and red, but something a little different. Pratish, hey buddy, how you doing? Armand, hey Johnny, hey crew, how you doing, my friend? Pratish, your channel is growing better than VTC. that is true. That's pretty accurate, Pratish. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good one. Let's go over to Ethereum. Go over ETH quick. All right, so for ETH, not much has changed, guys. I am still in a short position from this ABC here, and I'm also long off of this position over here. Now, I say this almost the exact same thing as BTC. I took the ABC within the C, and pretty much just a waiting game at this point. We'll have to see which side or which direction prevails, and hopefully we can get a larger answer into what price wants to do. But that's the short-term time frame, I guess, what I would say. Let's go ahead and talk about the larger perspective. So as you can see, I have a lot of lines drawn here. Let's just do this from, I guess, from scratch. I'll keep these pivots up and I'll explain these pivots. Hold on, let me just change this song. I'm in like a more chillax mood today. Okay, that would work. Cool. All right. So for ETH long term, we have an A to a B to a C. Now, same thing as BTC. Is this the end or is this the beginning of something? Now, if you want to make this the claim that this is the end, absolutely possible. That maybe we're done here and maybe we're working on a larger A to a B to larger continuation of the uptrend for a C wave. Absolutely in the cards. The other possibility I would say is A, B to a C. This is an A. Now, either we're working on a B here or, I'm sorry, we ended the B here, or we're working on a much larger B here. Let me explain. This could be considered an A wave, and we could be doing something like this. A to a B to a C. Now, if that is the direction that we are going to head in, there's basically two major levels of support that I want to see be tested. Okay. This 1076, which I have listed here, is going to complete a larger B wave. I am not personally the biggest fan of this, just because the B wave looks a lot more completed than the A wave, if that makes sense. And then we're going to come up and put in a larger C and continue the upside. The other possibility of what could be going on is maybe that we are going to put in a lower low. All right. And then this is just one larger A to a B to a C. That I'm a little bit more inclined to that count or that variation. I don't know why I said count. I feel like an LA wave guy. I'm a little bit more inclined for this variation if we are going to have a larger dump, just because it looks a lot more completed to me. I just wouldn't make sense to put in a larger B wave like that before extending, but I don't care. I mean, the market doesn't care what I think. It can do whatever the hell it wants. Water tastes interesting. Hold on. Hope this water didn't come from Ohio. No, I'm just kidding. That's messed up. I can't do that. That's messed up. That's pretty much the two major pivots down here I'm looking for. If that is the case, the other option that's on the table, oh, I don't know why I did that, is that maybe we're working on a much larger B wave. All right, or let me draw this a little bit more clear. Oh, shit. A little bit more clear. Maybe we're working on an ABC like this. And then eventually we'll either come back down, put in a lower low, or maybe we'll just put in a small retest, or yes, a slightly larger pullback before continuing higher. That is also very likely as well. We'll have to see. Regardless, it ends up being at that pivot around 2032, 2031. So I would need that pivot to be crossed above and then reclaimed back below in order for me to take a short position. But that's pretty much it for Ethereum. Those are the main levels I'm looking for. As you can see here, I'll leave this marked out for you. And we'll go over LTC real quick. I'm pretty sure LTC is up to nothing different. Yeah. So LTC, a couple of different variations. We'll do this one a little bit differently because there's not as much to talk about on the smaller time frame. Maybe we're in some sort of, maybe we're done here. We completed A, B to a C, and then we're working on a larger A to a B to a C. Now I know it's a little bit congested. Something like that. That's very well in the cards. The other possibility is that maybe this is part of a larger ABC within the C wave. This would make sense to me. In order for that to make sense, I would have to see a much larger rejection, and hopefully we can make our way down towards that previous low at around $40.25. If that is the case, we'll go ahead and that's an excellent spot buying opportunity. Not financial advice, but for me, that's an excellent spot buying opportunity. Plus, I'll definitely hop into some macro longs. I haven't had a macro position on LTC in a very, very long time. I think the last macro position I took, maybe it was this one. I don't remember. It was a very long time since I took a leverage macro position on LTC. But let me go ahead and clear this up. All right, and then the other, actually, did I go over? Yeah, I pretty much went over all the larger variations of what could be going on. Let's talk about the smaller time frame. All right, so all this here is one larger A to a larger B to a larger C. And then we have an ABC within the C, and then within that C wave, there's an ABC. I know it's a little bit messy. Let me go ahead and just clear that up. Pretty much the main pivots to, if you guys wanted to trade and short that 103.10, you absolutely could. Me personally, I decided to wait until we dropped down below that 85.41 region, or 85, yeah, 85.50. And that's going to show me a little bit more confidence, and it's going to show at least a little bit more pressure to the downside, in my opinion. So I'm a little more willing to take that position than I am shorting up here, just because I've tried shorting on the way up. It's just not worth it for me. I'm just going to wait for a much clearer rejection, and hopefully we can get much lower lows, or not lower lows, but at least a larger push to the downside. Let's see. Let's see. ETH didn't put in a new low from FTX crash. I think it is more likely bottom than BTC. I would be on the same side of that, Coyote. H44, hello everyone. Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Biddy gonna do as she do. Exactly. ABC long on Doge. I'll go ahead and take a look at that in a second here, Patish. Did Johnny murder? Did Johnny murder Kite? No, guys. Kite is alive and well. If you saw a little, if you heard a little fish barking around, then you might be able to ask some questions. But Fish and Kite are fine. They're okay, guys. I promise. Oh snap! He's got him in the box. No, it's the who came up with the locking girls in the basement joke. Kite's in there with the girls locked in the basement. Murdering Monk did it. That's funny. But yeah, let's take a look at, that's pretty much it for LTC at the moment. There's really no long positions. And that's gonna be pretty much all I have to say for LTC. I'll take a look at Doge for Pratish here. Let's do Coinbase. Oh, I see what you're saying, Pratish. Yes. So I'll just knock this out of the park. You have an ABC completed. This looks like it's going to be a larger A to a B to a possible C. Now, be careful because this could be something like this, but I don't honestly think that's going to be the case. But within that B wave, I go to an hourly. Yes, you do have a nice long setup. I'm not sure if you took that for Pratish, but if you did, fantastic. That's a really good position. Now, just because I say something's good doesn't mean you hop into it right now. I've had some people ask me questions like that in the past. But if you got in on that pivot, congratulations. That's a fantastic trade. I would hold that. Bro, what can you tell me about Woo USDT? Like Uwu? I'm kidding. Is Binance the best exchange for that? Or KuCoin? Oh, KuCoin's got a lot of price history. Let's try Binance. It's about the same, right? It's about the same. So did it put in a low? It did not put in a lower low. All right, so if it didn't put in a lower low, this looks like an A to a B to a C. Now, looks like you did get across above that pivot. So right now, I would be a little bit more long-term bearish, but it doesn't mean we have to hold. We could be doing something like this. Go to a 2 hour. How's the separation? All right, so that looks like an A to a B to a C. A to a B to a C. Okay. So at the moment, it just looks like this. We do have this as an ABC. And then we have this as an A to a B to a C, possibly playing out. So if you do get a lower low past that pivot at around, let me use that magnet tool so Bedarius doesn't yell at me again. All right, at around 1907. If we can get back below there and then you can get a push back above, I basically would long that position. And then you're looking at a possible A to a B to a C. That doesn't mean if we do put in that structure, doesn't mean we are going to reverse. You just got to play it from a just in case situation, if that makes sense. Let's see. ABC long forming on 1 USDT. I can take a look at that in a second. Yeah, it's the long from Doge, but not much hope. It's a decent setup, Ratish. I don't blame you for taking that. But yeah, I don't. Be cautiously optimistic. Druther, sub fan, how you sub fam? Wow, I don't know. I said fam. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Nope, there's Venarius. Yeah, Binance. Okay, cool. But yeah, for you Forex, if you get back below that pivot below 1907 and you get a cross back above, I definitely would try that, and hopefully you can possibly catch a bigger push. But if it does reverse off of this larger yellow ABC, don't be afraid to short and just let the two positions fight out. Give yourself some breathing room between the for both trades, and hopefully you can catch the larger move in whichever direction. 1 USDT, absolutely. All right, right off the bat, easy A, B, C. That's if we come back and put in get back above this previous A here. That looks like a completed A wave to me. That wouldn't be a bad position to take. Not financial advice on that. It's not something I would do personally, but you definitely might have the means to do so. So let's go ahead and try that. Round 02247 is that pivot. All right. Make sure I caught up on chat. Let's see. Okay, bro. Thank you. No problem, my friend. Hopefully it helps. Could you take a look at OP? What's the ticker for that illusion? Is it a company, NASDAQ? Or is it OPUSDT? I'm assuming it's the crypto, since we mostly do crypto here, but OP has all-time high. Okay, what exchange? Binance? Let me know if Binance has the best price action or best price history. Or should I go to another exchange? Might be KuCoin. See, Joe, we were all short from BTC on 24,260-ish, right? I believe that's right, Joe. Yeah, the exact entry I have is 24,276. Let's go back to OP. If this is the one, we'll go off KuCoin, because KuCoin I feel like has a little bit more price history. It does have a larger ABC. Keep that in mind. But we're currently above that pivot, so things are looking pretty good. You have the possibility of playing into this ABC. And then you have a possibility of playing into this ABC. I'm not going to go into going into every smaller ABC. Let's just focus on this one, since you guys understand the bigger picture of what I'm looking at. Excuse me. And from there, we're currently below that pivot, so I would have shorted this if I was paying attention to this. I would have attempted it. At the moment, not saying we're gonna top out here, but it looks like it wants to put in some sort of, at the very least, a larger pullback. I would like to see at least a larger pullback into like this region, possibly. I don't know. It just looks pretty bearish to me. And hopefully, if that does put in a pullback, we can get an ABC. You can get an ABC opportunity here. Hopefully you can catch the next swing up, if that is the case. Thanks, I'm short 32.27. Awesome. That's pretty much the exact entry. Good job, man. Congratulations. Wait, did I get that right? No, I did not get that right. All right, hold on. I got to do something, guys. I got to raise. We're going to do something we haven't done in a while. We're going to, hopefully nothing fucks up in the process. Because I've been sitting in this chair for a while already. And I need to stand up. So you guys going to slowly see me drift away. I'll catch up with you guys in a second. Make sure nothing breaks. All right, I'm going to stand up. Is the green screen still in? Okay, cool. All right, guys, we're going to do some TA here. No. Imagine if I did my live streams like this, where you just like see me just like the top of my head. All right, guys, we got A, B to a C over here. A, B, C. No, I'm kidding. Oh, it's weird standing up. You guys can see my chesticles. Well, let me adjust my camera. Oh, the green screen doesn't fit all the way. Shit. Oh, cool. All right, it worked. Wow, it's been a very long time since I stood up on a stream. When's the last time you guys saw that? I'd say what I do. I was thinking about this the other day. I think I haven't stood up. So my desk is adjustable. Oh, is my camera off? Oh shit! Hold on. Oh, this is gonna bother me. You guys might not be able to tell. All right, that's pretty good. That's a lot better. I don't know if you guys remember, but I used to stream a lot. Well, like when I was first starting to stream consistently, I would do a lot of streams where I was standing up. So, I mean, you guys can't tell because of like the green screen and stuff, but it's definitely better. But yeah, I have an adjustable desk. I bought this with the Boron money. I kind of started studying on my own studio. You know, upgrading my computer, getting a nicer desk, because I had like some shitty desks from Walmart that I was using, that I bought from Walmart, and I was using. Oh god, I don't remember how long I had that thing for. I had it for a very long time, and eventually I changed some stuff around. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna invest money into this. But let's see, lies. You just raised your chair. No, my chair's right here. Look. I lowered my chair, so now just to prove a point. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, guys, if you're sitting behind a computer all day, fake chair to go with your fake mouse. That's a good one, man. That's a good one. Pretty soon this chair is about to be fake, because when I get my new one, I'm gonna actually. Guys, who wants a chair? No, I'm kidding. Let's do a giveaway for a chair. You guys can get a seat cushion with all the nice sweat stains, the back pad that's like, I don't even know what the hell that thing's been sitting in for a while. It's like buried in the cushion. The back support is terrible on this thing. I did actually do a decent job cleaning this. But yeah. Let's do a giveaway for a chair, guys. Type ABC in chat. No, I'm kidding. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't. But yeah, I gotta get a new chair, guys. After these long hours of sitting and, you know, doing work on the computer and stuff more than I ever have, it's starting to take a toll on my back. So even though I'm practicing good posture, this chair is just a piece of crap. Like it's it was like $150 chair on Amazon. So if you guys have seen, I think my last live stream, the live stream before, I was telling you guys that I'm going to be getting a very nice office chair coming here soon after. If you're sticking on that, hell no. What, you don't want to you don't want to see the prints? I'm just kidding, Prateesh. I'm just kidding. All right, I gotta stop. I'm being vulgar. I'm being vulgar. But yeah, I do plan on getting a chair. If you guys don't know, if you guys aren't aware what Herman Miller is, now I know these are very expensive. Okay, but these chairs, I've sat in the Aeron before. So the Aeron's like a very it's a standard for a lot of office chairs. I'm not gonna go too deep into this, but I know Herman Miller makes fantastic chairs, so I've been looking. And I know, and I've also sat in I might have to go back to the main products, shop gaming. The Embody. This is what I want. This is the chair that Kite has. And this thing is like a Rolls Royce of an office chair, man. It's comfortable on the bottom pad. The back support is nice and firm. It allows you to kind of sit into the chair more, relieving all that like the problem is when you sit at a desk at a 90 like a 100 like a very perfect 90-degree angle. There's still a lot of weight that goes onto your spine. This helps kind of decompress the weight. Oh, it's so nice, man. Beautiful chairs, yep. Oh, we pumped. Let's see. Best investment you'll make is a solid office chair for doing what we do at the desk all day. Exactly, Mr. Kennedy. It's really starting to take a toll on me now, so I really need to get my hands on one of these chairs. Sky Knight, what's up, bro? I just joined. Oh, you missed out on all the fun, man. We talked about BTC and all that stuff, what could be happening. Now, if you guys haven't taken a long position yet, I would say you could attempt this. But I'm not letting go of my long position just to attempt this one. Well, let me go ahead and post it in the group quick. So this could be a good way to segue. I know it's on a 10-minute, but if I go to a 30-minute, it's pretty pronounced on here. Let's see. I take my chair, it's very serious, LOL. Oh, let's see. How's that $1,000? Coyote, you understand. That is a Rolls Royce of a chair. Like it's hard to justify it, but until you sat in one of these and just like, even for like an extended period of time, you'll know. I've sat in this for maybe like, I was sitting in this when I was doing a stream with Kite. believe it was the first week. It was this one, yeah. So when I was doing the stream with him, I was sitting in his chair throughout the entire live stream, and that chair is absolutely phenomenal. Of course, I wasn't practicing that good of seating position, but you can go ahead and absolutely feel the difference on that. But yeah, that chair is absolutely phenomenal, so I'm sold. Let's see. You might be able to pick one up slightly used from companies shutting down offices. A lot of companies are now, since COVID. Yes. So I've looked into the main problem is nobody really specifically has this chair. They have a different embodied chair, but I like this one because the cushions and some things are slightly different in this chair. But the air-ons, which are, let's see if I can go back. The air-ons, which are the, come on, these, yes, absolutely. I went on like Craigslist by me, Facebook Marketplace. There's always people selling these, but I don't want this one. I want the embody, but the embody gaming specifically because it's made slightly different. Let's see. Comfort, yes. Steven, BTC start moving. Yes, we are pumping. So if you guys, like I said, not financial advice, but I'm still in this position from down here. All right. For me, it doesn't make sense to take profit and take this one. I'd rather just hold it. If you guys are waiting on a long position, it's not a bad one. I would try to wait till we get a little bit closer to the entry. It's a little bit too late now, but if you guys haven't gotten it already, but I would attempt this if I was sitting on the sideline. Let's see. Someone says OP. Let's see. Someone said OP. I'm in a long a few days ago and it's doing nicely. That's awesome, Mr. Kennedy. Let's see. I missed some. Pumping a bit. Pratheesh. Yep. Joe is a pump. Is a little pump. Yes, it's a little pump. In some exchanges, the B wave is over 100% retrace. I think. Okay. I hope it makes you breakfast for that price, and unfortunately, it doesn't. But I trust me. I sit in this chair. I sit at this desk for probably, I would say probably close to like 8-9 hours a day, easy. And I make my money online, so it would make it's just like an office, and I get to write it off too, business expense. Let's see. Many tech YouTubers use that same chair for years. Yes, we, Steven, my chair is bad. I have to buy a new one. Yeah, Steven, I'm telling you, the chair with proper, as long as you have proper seating position with a decent chair, is going to save your back, especially if you're sitting for extended periods of time. And for me, I also stand up too. That's what helps, kind of, decompress and allow my back and my lower legs to breathe, to get blood flow through them. That's why I stand up, and I actually stand up a good amount. You know, I always rotate between sitting and standing, which has helped me a lot. You spend 8 hours a day at a desk all your day. Chairs your money maker. That's how I justify spending that much. I'm going to be comfortable as I will. Yep, exactly, Mr. Kennedy. Exactly. That's exactly where I'm coming from. It ain't a chair on a list. Air. Yep. The Aeron is a phenomenal chair too. I've sat in that and it's very comfortable. Like I can easily see myself sitting in that thing for 8-9 hours a day. And that's what those chairs are made for. It's meant for people who sit at a desk and work and do stuff on a computer all day. Your health is worth the cost. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be slouching around with a bad back because I was too cheap to buy. Too cheap to buy a nice, a good chair that's, you know, ergonomic and good back support. And it also, like, I know it's expensive. I know Coyote is busting my chops about this, but one of the things that you get with, what the hell is gaming? One of the things you get with these chairs that you don't get with pretty much any other company. Oh, it doesn't say it. But it comes with a 12-year warranty from top to bottom. So if anything breaks, apparently they have a fantastic warranty system. You go in, send the chair back, and it'll either fix it for you or they'll send you a new one. So it's got a fantastic warranty system. And to be honest, like this chair here, this chair that I've been sitting on is worth $150 from Amazon. Every once in a while, I might have to like tighten a screw because like the armrest gets like a little jiggly. But this thing has been sturdy, and I've been using it for 3 years now. Yeah, just about 3 years, and I've had no issues. So I can't even imagine with a chair like this how long this would last for. Your hell is worth the call. Oh yeah, LOL, Joe. Nah, you get it. I'm just tight-fisted as fuck. No, I get it. I get it. I really do get it. It's for some people, it doesn't make sense. I would say depending on the situation, it wouldn't make sense either. But hold on, how we doing subscriber count wise? All right, 991. We're almost there, guys. After this stream, I'm gonna start preparing myself because I honestly think it's probably gonna happen within. I'd be shocked if we don't get it this week. If we don't hit 1,000, oh, you guys can't see it because of my head. But I'd be shocked. Hold on, let me move out of the way. If we don't get it by like the end of this week, so like March 3rd, I think we're gonna get it before the end of the month though. 991 was mine. Wow, Pradesh, how long have you been here for? And you just subbed to the channel? I'm just kidding. But yeah. As promised, guys, I probably after this live stream I'm gonna start preparing stuff for the special. I'm gonna make a separate tutorial video, all right, on how to go ahead and get signed up. If you guys actually, I'll do a quick little rundown. I was also going over something interesting. I didn't realize this. I was going over like YouTube analytics and all that. There are 2.6 billion active users on their channel. And I had no idea. But obviously, like the number of channels with 1,000 or more subscribers is a lot. But in the grand scheme of things, where is it? There it is. In the grand scheme of things, you're doing better. You're in the top 10% of channels. Technically top like 8%, which is insane. And if you get to 10,000, you're the top 3%. 100,000, you're the top 0.3%. And then the 0.03, which is absolutely insane. So the fact that we were already doing better than 75% of channels, and then we're getting up to close to that sub top 10%, which is absolutely insane for a channel that only has 1,000 subs. I find that pretty cool. I want to share that with you guys. What was I looking up? You guys remember what I was going to look up? Oh yeah, how to set up the oh, let me pull out this. I like this chat more. Let's see. Let's fucking go 9 more, dude. I know we're so close. What you need is a bench. Sit Buddha style. Well, you know what's funny? This chair, you can actually like sit, like the cushion's long enough to where you can sit like with your legs across. It's not the ideal sitting position, but you have enough room for it. Ruben, holy shit, man. It's been a while since I've seen you, man. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I know it's been a very long time since from another account. I know, I'm just busting your balls for these. I know it's been a while. Ruben, guys, Ruben's been an OG. Ruben's been following me since almost the very beginning. So shout out to you, man. I do appreciate it. Prateesh believes in the caste system. It'll fix all your physical pains, JKJK. BTC is going. I have a channel with 2K plus subs. But stopped uploading videos. Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool. If you give me the channel, I'll sub to it. You should probably what was the subject of the channel? Collab with Mr. Beast and PewDiePie when? Yeah, okay. That'll never happen. Mr. Kennedy, let's see if we can get you there shared around to a few groups. I would appreciate it, guys. I would appreciate, you know, sharing the channel with you know, don't send bots my way. But I would appreciate you guys sharing it with other Discord groups or other people you might be interested in this. Hey Johnny, I'm confused. What about the current ABC that's on the screen for BTC? My Bybit chart shows the B wave went high. Oh, did it? Did it? Oh, did I fuck up? Joe, on my screen, it shows that it was a double top. Bruce W, BTC probably no volume. Yeah, it could be short-lived. Not on Bybit, but Binance it did. All right, hold on. I might have to correct myself. If that is the case, did I... Oh, you know what? I believe... Oh, shit, well, you're right. We went over this yesterday. I think Coinbase put a higher high. Yeah, Coinbase did. If Coinbase did... All right, if you're going off of the higher high, I would say this one. I completely forgot about that. Should I delete that post? Let me make a new one. I hate how it doesn't let you repaste pictures. I have to like... Yeah, I have to reply to this. Let's see. Not on Bybit, but okay, I posted the zoomed in top on Discord. Yeah, I realized that on Coinbase and other exchanges it might have, but on Bybit. Sunday pump, Monday dump. Definitely possible, Bruce. You know, the CME is opening up in about 4 hours. So maybe we'll get a retest up here and maybe put in a rejection. You down? Oh, that's right. There are two ABCs. I always forget there can be two. Thanks, man. No problem, Joe. Like I said, it's possible. Just because of obviously you have to. Most of the time you can find ABCs within like a C wave. So if we did not put in this higher high, it still would have been this. But within that C wave, you have this one. That's where I'm coming from. All right, we're just getting about to an hour mark here. All right, guys, hold on. I'm gonna go refill my water. All right, I promise it was just water, not whiskey. Maybe whiskey for the 1K stream. Guys, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Is this gonna happen? Is this gonna happen today? You know what? We'll do something special, guys. I need you guys to help me out. I want this to be legit, guys. Don't go ahead and make second accounts. Don't add me on second accounts. Share it to your other groups. Share it to your friends. Share it to someone else who might show an interest in trading. And just ask them to just check out the channel. If they don't like it, they can always unsub. But holy fuck, we're almost there. I'm getting butterflies in my stomach right now. All right. Market makers pumping themselves. Let's see. Yeah, whiskey today. Okay. If we hit 1,000, I'll grab some whiskey and I'll take a shot. But don't flood. Please, guys. I want this to be legit. Please. I'm trying to do good things here. I kind of don't want to get my water now because I have a feeling it's going to happen while I'm going to get a water. All right, I'm going to go get a water. I'll be right back. I have to like move my shit around because this green screen takes up so much space. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. And I preemptively got the whiskey. Fortunately, I have there's 2 bottles. This one's already opened, and I love blackened. One more, guys. Oh man, do I have to give a speech? All right, let me go ahead and split screen, split share this, but I don't want to miss it though. There you go. That's what I wanted. I see I shared you out of private crypto group, so they should be all legit. Thank you so much, Mr. Kenny. I do appreciate it. Oh, we lost one. Who's that guy? Who's that guy? No, I'm kidding. One more. Is it bourbon? No, it's just regular whiskey. The 90 proof whiskey. Let's see. Courtesy, we need a speech. I'll give a speech. I'll give a speech. I subbed and like. Thank you so much, Tony. I do appreciate it. Get the vodka. Don't worry, Marshall. We got whiskey on hand. I didn't think it would actually go down. I resubbed. Oh, thank you. You try to be me 1,000, Coyote. I just realized that you went back up. All right, you taking a shot soon? Yep, I'll take it. We did it, guys. I'm speechless right now. Just the... I need a minute. I need a minute. Guys, don't worry. I'm not sad or anything. I'm just a little bit taken away right now. I'm just a little bit taken away. Everyone's spamming. Yeah, congratulations, Johnny. Thank you guys so much. Don't cry. I'm trying not to, Pratish. I'm trying not to. Steven, let's go. Usain Bolt. Joe, woo Marshman. Obviously a speech, but just from the heart. Absolutely. We'll take the shot first and we'll do it. Only thing I ask is check out Vulcan blockchain, dude. Absolutely, man. I'll add that to my list right now. Pratish, we made it. Crypto Beehive. Thank you. You guys are absolutely... Yeah, I gotta turn off. Let me turn off Nightbot. Hold on. I'll turn it off right now. Guys, I thought I turned them off. I bet that's one of the porn pages I blocked. Why is Nightbot still in here? All right. First things first, guys. Let's do this. I'm just gonna drink it straight from the fucking bottle. There we go. Ah, nice gasoline smell. Cheers to everyone. 1001. We're still going, guys. This is a test. All right, this is a test to what I always tell everyone in life, is that you guys can accomplish anything as long as you go ahead and put the effort in. When it comes to trading, when it comes to live streaming on YouTube, when it comes to anything, any venture you have in life. I want this to be an example. I want this to be a test, or a test to that that message. I started with nothing. I started with just even when I've been trading, I started with nothing, and I grew that into a lot. I started a YouTube channel, didn't really post much. If you guys go back to the if you guys go back to on my channel, I can't believe that this is happening right now. If you guys go oh my god. If you guys go all the way back from the beginning. All right, I was streaming. My first live stream, 46 views. And I did decent. You know, some of them weren't getting that many views, but I stayed consistent. And I promise you guys, like, if you put the time and the effort into anything that you want to do, I promise you, this is a test. I keep saying a test. This is results. This is just, I guess, proof that you guys can do it. So thank you guys, every single one of you out there. I love you all. I wouldn't be in the situation if it weren't for you guys. So I appreciate you guys taking the time out to listen to me. And for those who have signed up for my Discord and even supporting me even further, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I seriously, like, I literally have butterflies in my stomach right now. I almost want to cry. I literally almost want to cry. You know, life has been interesting for me in the last year or so. A lot of ups and downs. But it's something that never stopped me. And yeah, keep pushing, guys. So cheers. Oh god, it's spicy. Yes, I used water as a chaser, okay? Let's see what's going on in chat. Is the giveaway active now? No. We will do... The giveaway will be... Oh yeah, we'll do Vulcan. I'll do Vulcan blockchain for Tony. Oh, Kite. I appreciate that, man. Congratulations, buddy. You deserve every good thing that comes your way. Love you. I love you too, man. I really do appreciate you. Can someone tell the whiskey name? It's called Blackened. Blackened whiskey. Like I said, guys, I'm just in complete utter shock right now. Let's do Vulcan for my friend Tony over here. Guys, also, I want you guys to give a shout out to Kite, man. Kite is one of the reasons why Kite is literally the sole reason why I'm here today. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. So thank you guys so much. I know Kite's been away for a while. But we all love you, we all love you, man. I'd know at some point, you'll be back. And I know we've talked in private, recently. I do miss you and Monk. I do miss hanging out with you guys. We got to hang out together soon. But guys, give Kite some love. Show some, I can't even speak right now. Show Kite some love, man. He's literally the reason why I'm here. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you, buddy. I really do appreciate it. Oh, jeez. All right, so let's do. He let Kite out only for this. Now, Kite, get back in the closet. No, I'm kidding. All right, so for Tony. All right, so is there any other exchange or more price action? Oh, Jesus. All right. Can you let me know if I have the right ticker? Let me know. TJ Trader, congratulations. Keep it up and stick to it. In the future will be bright. Cheers from Berlin. Thank you so much, my friend. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Wow, we have 45 people in here. Holy shit. I'm sorry. I'm just very taken away from this moment right now. This is unreal. Okay. Let's see. Missy Kite, you taught this young grasshopper very well. Let's see. Marshman, you need to do 1,000 sub show. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I do have to. I didn't realize this was going to happen so soon. I would have done some more preparation. But maybe I'll do. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna set things up after live stream today, and we'll start the special tomorrow. I'll announce everything on a separate video, and we'll go through it. But let me just go through Vulcan here for my friend. So I'm gonna be honest with you. There's not too much price action to give me. Oh, maybe. I don't know if this is any more price action, but if this is it, you have the macro pivot of this ABC here. Now, did it put it in a lower low? Looks like it did not. So that's the low there. I personally wouldn't touch this with leverage. That's just how I do things. I would possibly consider buying spot if we get at least a little bit of a sprinkle. If we get back up above that region. Did it put in a lower low? I'm pretty sure it did not put in a lower low, but I could be wrong. Oh, it did. So that would be the low, and this would be off of this ABC. All right, so we are in a little bit of an interesting area because we are ranging, but at the same time, it's not the cleanest ABC, but that'll do. And then we're looking at some sort of A to a B, a retest of the pivot. A to a B to a C. This looks like it wants to become a larger A wave if we are going to go ahead and continue to push up. So I would like to see something like this happen. And hopefully get them a little bit more of a larger retest. But if we do decide to go ahead and do so, I would need to see a lower low be put in off of this ABC if you want to try to catch that. Like I said, not financial advice. That's not what we do here, but, you know. Ideally, if you want to try to catch that next swing to the upside, that's probably the next position I would look for. I do not see anything worth taking. And eventually, I would like to see that higher high be put in above this pivot before I go ahead and take a long position. Or sorry, take a short position off of this possible ABC, if that is the case. But you know, if you can get that lower low, get yourself in and try to ride that wave up. Let's see. congrats, Johnny. You earn these subs next 10K. Yep, hopefully soon, my friend. Thank you so much, Drew. I do appreciate it. Mr. Kennedy, Big Drew, what's up, buddy? Prateesh, next 10K with tattoo. Yes, I did. See, Vol. Did I have the wrong one? Oh, is that whiskey that Metallica band? Yes, that is their whiskey. Holy shit, guys. We got 53 people in here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys are new to the channel and new to who I am, how I do things, let me just introduce myself real quick. First of all, my name is John or Johnny. I can go by either or. And, you know, I trade crypto for a living, but I do things in, I guess, I would call it in a unique way. We look at price action through a different set of lens, I guess, or a different, from a different viewpoint. And our primary system of how we trade things is called the ABC method. All right. Pretty much all we do is we look for reversals or continuations based off of price structure that are classified or grouped in groups of 3 trends, if that makes sense. And we primarily go off of trading reversals or trading continuations. Now, for an example, we have a short setup here. On a short setup, we're looking for an uptrend, a downtrend, an uptrend to a continuation. And then from there, we're looking for some sort of reversal. All right. We would short basically every single time price got below the pivot of the A. Come on, maybe retest and a continuation down. All right. And then for the opposite, vice versa for longs. If we get an uptrend, a break of the, a downtrend, a break of the downtrend, and a continuation, once price gets below the pivot of the A, all right, in this case, I'm going to mark this out for green so I don't confuse you guys. And then we're basically, all we're going to do is take take long positions as long as we're above that green pivot. And so that's what we've been doing here over the past, I mean, I've been doing this for over a year now. I've been using the system for almost 2 years. We long the bottom. We nailed the bottom pretty much to like within a couple dollars. I don't know who else is able to do something like that without all bunch of crazy shit on their screen. Excuse my language. But you know, from a simplistic standpoint, we were able to nail that bottom. We took profit at this region here. I'm also in another long from down here. I'm also in a short position from up here. And so we've also shorted the FTX dump before it happened. So to give you guys a little bit of credentials of where I'm coming from. We've done pretty well here on the channel. I know some of my guys can vouch for that. If they can. They don't have to. But I've done pretty well. I'm all over the place. I'm a decent trader, but I'm a boomer when it comes to handling Tradingview sometimes. I know I get yelled at it for it. Let's see. Oh, damn. Congrats on the 1K, bro. Thank you so much. Tony, yes. Thanks. Stan, thumbs up. Thank you so much. That's a new blockchain coming out soon. It's on. Okay. The whiskey has gone straight to his head. No. No, that's not true. That's not true. It's so crazy to see that 1,000 mark, guys. Is the deal live now? No, Sky Knight. I like trading time frames. What do you mean by that? Lower time frames, higher time frames. Sky Knight, the deal will be out tomorrow. Okay. So what I'll do is after we're done here on the stream, I will make the video. I'll go through a walkthrough and I'll get everything set up. And then what I'm going to do, one of the mistakes I made last time is I kind of combined everything. I'm going to be, hold on, I want to take a screenshot of this. Oh, come on, of course, as I did it, the 3 pops up. Gonna save that for later. But yeah, what we're going to do is I'm going to make a separate video. And the mistake I made last time is that I announced everything I kind of combined everything in conjunction. Like I talked about it in the live stream, made a separate video on it, even made a community post about it. And what ended up happening was it just made things a little more difficult for me because people were reaching out to me after the deal was over, and I kind of had to turn some people away. I don't want to do that again. So I'm just going to make a separate video, go through everything, give you all the information in the link, the description, how to do everything. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I'll probably post it a couple, maybe like 15 to 30 minutes before I go live. So I'm going to go live again tomorrow. Let's see. Be the Preneur. It's a paid Discord group. Unfortunately, the reason why I say unfortunately, because as much as I would love to give you this information for free, you know, you guys get access to not just me, but it's a community. You get access to real-time setups from me. You also get the bread and butter for this. For me, it's going to be tutorial videos, everything from A to Z, what you're going to need, how to trade the ABC method, how I go about leverage trading, the basics. I even go over how I DCA, you know, not using ABCs, how I used to do things. Trading psychology videos, which is obviously, oh, if you guys are in the Discord, I just added 2 more. If you guys are interested, definitely go check that out. But, you know, I put countless hours into this. And you also get access to a lifetime subscription of the Trigger Trade bot. So if you guys aren't familiar with this is pretty much it's an entry bot that we use to get trigger entries for us. It's very similar to other platforms like TV Hub, and I know there's a couple other ones out there. But, you know, David and William, which I've been working with for the last 6 months or so, they've been beyond kind, and it's just been as a partnership. They helped me a lot over the past 6 months, so I can't thank them enough. And one of the things they gifted to me was being able to allow you guys to get a lifetime access to paying this. And so it's a great value for the money. I'm not going to sit here and shill it too much, but if you guys are interested, tomorrow for 48 hours, all right, I'm going to be running a special on it where you get it for 50% off. But caveat is, I'm going to be up in the price after 24 hours. So the sale will go on for 24, but halfway through I'm going to increase the price. So you're still going to get it on sale, but it's going to be just a little bit more. And then after that, we're going to be sticking to the new price. And yeah. Does the deal also include lifetime access to the Discord or only trading bot? You get both, Sky Knight. You get both. Discord is well worth it. Tons of opportunities to learn. Thank you so much, Drew. I appreciate it. But yeah, I go over how to set this up and everything. But the beautiful thing about it, Sky Knight, is that you get both. So if you guys are interested in taking advantage of that sale, tune in tomorrow. I will schedule it ahead of time. I'll make a community post telling you when it's going to go live ahead of time. Hopefully you guys can get ahead on that. I know some people have been reaching out to me in my, me privately have been asking. I'm not going to DM everyone who is interested. But for those who are watching, who are kind of been sitting on the sidelines waiting for this to happen, your opportunity is going to be here. Holy shit, we're at 105,005. But yeah, I'm going to be releasing that tomorrow. Tomorrow around this time, but an hour before, if that makes sense. Let's see. Steven, what do you think about BTC with the Fed stuff? To be honest, Steven, I don't worry about it. It doesn't affect me. Yes, I do understand that federal the Fed news and all that stuff that comes out does affect volatility. Absolutely, I'm aware. But look at the DXY, guys. I know it's a 10-minute chart, but look at the DXY. DXY looks pretty good right now, I'm not going to lie. DXY looks pretty solid. Not saying it can change, but the DXY keeps pumping. I don't know why the DXY and Bitcoin is pumping at the moment, which is interesting. But to answer your question, Tom, I personally don't pay attention. Doesn't affect me. I mostly trade setups beforehand. A lot of the times I can nail tops and bottoms before news happened. Prime example is that we shorted at the FTX dump before it even happened, before news even came out. We were in a trade probably a day or two before. So unfortunately, the markets are going to behave how they're going to behave. Our job as traders and how we do things is not to time the exact top or bottom. It's not to try to get ahead of news events and all that stuff. Is we let the market give us opportunities to where it shows us where it wants to possibly reverse, continue, bounce off, etc. Or, just in general, give us options to take trades. And it's our job as traders to take those trades. We don't make the trades. The market gives us opportunities to trade those. Whoa, 100. There's no way we have 100. Guys, am I losing it right now? Why? There's 152 people here. Guys, welcome to the channel. This is amazing. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Let me just give you a quick introduction. Can you show your trades? Absolutely. So this BTC long, unfortunately, I messed up. But I was in that trade. You can go back to previous live streams if you don't believe me. Short off of 24,276. ETH long from 1486, and then the short from 1727. So, LOL, the algorithm was blessed a 1K sub achievement, right? Well, guys, welcome to the channel, man. Thank you guys for stopping by. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is John, or Johnny, whatever you guys decide to go by. And we trade things from a different, I would say, more unique perspective for those who aren't aware. It's not normally what you would see on most people's charts. First things first, you guys will see anything on my charts besides two lines. Primarily what we focus on is the trading style that we use is called the ABC method. Now, I did not coin this. I've simply learned this from a fellow trader and a good friend of mine. And I pretty much just shown you guys here how I do things, how I trade. Give a couple examples. We've shorted the top before the FTX dump. All right, we primarily look at things from an ABC perspective. Now, ABCs are forming Elliott wave, but the problem with Elliott wave, in my opinion, and from what I've seen, just off of kind of viewing things from a third-party view, as well as a third-person perspective, as well as also having tried it myself, is that the problem with Elliott wave theory is that there's too many complicated rules. All right. Now, some people might say, well, why don't you just learn the rules? It's not that simple. Well, it's not that simple. Is that there's too many variations, too many rules, and too many complexities of what could be going on that it makes it very hard to come up with a very sustainable and consistent trading strategy. You have to worry about third and fifth wave extensions. The second wave. What's the law of shit? What is it? I forgot what it was. But if a second wave pullback is made out of a WXY or an ABC, the fourth wave is gonna have a complex correction. I forgot what else is there. Certain levels have to be reached when you're using fib retracements. It's very hard to come up with a very consistent trading strategy, in my opinion. So, I took the time, read a book. If you guys are interested in the book, it's called A Case for Modification of RN Elliott Waves Theory. It's this one here. Where is... I've read this book, and it's a lot. It's a very hard read. It's very complicated. Ian Copsley does a very, very good job of creating a system, but we took that system, which is complicated in itself, and we basically made it simple. All we did was, instead of grouping things from a 1 through 5 perspective, we're looking at things from an A, B to a C, where we combine impulse waves and we look for significant breaks of trends, and then we go ahead and categorize those in ABCs, and we can go ahead and trade reversals off of that strategy. It works in both ways. So instead of looking at things, like I said, from a more complex lens, The goal here as traders, and just not from the ABC perspective or just from trading in general, is that you should be able to kind of not dumb things down, but make things more clear for yourself so you can go ahead and actually make responsible and good trades. We shorted the FTX stuff before it happened. We longed the exact bottom. Like I can go back and show you screenshots if you want. You can go back to previous videos and check out the live streams from, you know, all the way back from November. I've held this all the way up until recently, till February 6th. Alternation, yeah, that's right, Coyote. Oh, I guess we're back down to 35. Maybe someone put my link out somewhere and a bunch of people just joined, or someone sent the bots. Yeah, for me it's back down too. Figured out chat numbers shot up, and then yeah, it could have been just an algorithm thing, or it could have been someone, I'm not going to say anyone who in particular, but I'm sure someone put my link out though somewhere, and then someone sent a bunch of bots to it, so it wouldn't surprise me. That's crazy, guys. But I'm just, I'm still a complete shock. It's so weird being able to say that. Guys, I started this, like I said, I started doing this back in, wow, this video's got 1,000 views. That's fucking insane. Excuse my language. Again, I'm sorry. I might be cursing a lot because you guys are gonna be seeing the real me come out. But it's just, there's no excuse, guys. Maybe I'm wrong for thinking this way. But I understand people have different situations. I know everyone is not going to have certain opportunities in life. And I'll be honest, like, you know, I didn't grow up much. I didn't really have anything when I was growing up. I love my family. I love everything that they've done for me. But unfortunately, like, I'm not going to say I didn't have anything, but I did not have a lot. And I came from like a lower middle class, you know, I guess, yeah, I come from a lower middle class family. And, you know, I made some choices in my life that I would say I'm proud of. It wasn't the ideal or smartest choice in my opinion, but it's, for some reason, everything else that I tried just wasn't working for me. It just wasn't, how do I say this? It just didn't stick. I tried going to school. Wasn't my thing. I even changed majors twice. Wasn't my thing. I couldn't do it. Even in high school, like, I just basically did the bare minimum. I wasn't really a schooling person, so decided not to take that route. Worked for a while and wasn't really getting anywhere. And then, you know, I've actually, if you guys don't know this, crypto's not my first time exposing myself to charts. I used to trade options when I was like 18, 19, with like only a couple $100, but I forgot the guy's name. I paid some guy on YouTube, and he gave me like a student discount too, so he helped me out a lot. So I paid a little bit. I even had a call with him, and he kind of gave me like some basic like lessons, basic things to look out for. But he would do this thing where he would basically stream every day. He would log in on market open. He would tell you what he was doing. You guys would take trades together, and I did decent, but I lost my money a lot faster than I gained. So in the beginning, I made a little bit increments of money, and then I pretty much lost in like 2 trades, and wiped myself out there. And it was only like a couple $100, but that's all I really had at the time. And then back in 2019, I would say, was probably the first late 2018, early 2019 was when I first got exposed to crypto. Dove deep into it, you know, learned about, you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, the basic stuff, and then, you know, learned about altcoins, learned about projects, trying to, you know, buy the best ticket item and all that stuff, and eventually got into trading. And then, you know, for some reason the idea of trading came back to me, and it just never really left. So I never thought I would ever get to this point, but it seemed like it worked out for me. I've done very well in the previous bull market. I would say more than it. from a objective money figure, it's not that impressive. But from where I started and how I started, I think not too many people have done the same or better. I can say some people have done better than me, but I would say I'm in the top 1% of what I was able to do. And from there, I took my skills and just continued to develop them further as much as I can. Were mistakes made along the way, but it's the same with anything that you would decide to do in life, guys. I find it very hard, and maybe I'm just stubborn, maybe I'm just narrow-minded because of this, but I find it very hard for me to believe that people can't accomplish what they want to accomplish. Some people, it's about I guess there's a couple things to keep in mind. There might be a learning curve. You know, I'm not talking about trading. I'm just saying in other aspects of anything you want to do. There's a learning curve. Some people might take longer to learn how to do things better than some others. Some people are naturally better. For me, I think one of my things that I'm very good at is putting in time and effort in something and learning by doing, if that makes sense. I find myself dedicated to and like really diving into one of the things I really wanted to do. One of the things when I first started noticing this was when I was like 16, 17, so over 10 years ago. I took my driver's test, like the written test, right? And I was just a passing student. Like I literally was like, I graduated the top, the bottom 10, not 10%. Like I was literally like one of the worst ranking students in my class because I just didn't give a shit. But one of the things I did better than anyone else is when I dedicated my time and my energy into something that I really wanted to do, I did better than anyone else. A key example was, in my state where I live, you have to take a written driver's test. I'm sure if you guys live in the United States, it's the same way, but you can do it in school. You don't have to do it at the DMV. So I was able to do it in my driver's ed class. And so I studied my ass off for driver's ed, and I ended up getting the best score in my entire grade. I was the only one who scored a 98. Everyone else got at least 2 questions wrong. I was the only one who got 1 question wrong. I got the highest grade in my entire class. No one believed me. And that was kind of like the first thing I noticed, that like, hey, if I really try at something, I can really do well. And I think that's the same for most people. Some it might take others to understand, but when it comes to me diving deep into something, I dive deep. Right? I will put in the time. I will put in, and I don't care if it takes me longer to do so. I will put in the time to make sure I get it done right. When it comes to trading, it's the same thing. You know, I got lucky. I would say I got lucky at the timing of where I got into things, that I was able to kind of make money and learn on the way there. I know some of you people, some people here who are new might not be able to have that opportunity. But it doesn't mean that you can't put in the time and the effort into learning and practicing, right? And trading is a combination. It's learning, it's practicing, understanding, being willing to take a neutral perspective into things, being able to understand the mistakes you made, learn from those mistakes. And that stuff takes time in itself to build. And that's one of the biggest things to take away from trading, is that it takes time, it takes practice to get better. Same thing when it comes to doing, live streaming on YouTube. To be honest, I had no idea how to do anything. All right, my audio setup was garbage. If you guys like listen to my first ever live streams, I don't have you guys. Oh god, I'm almost at 1,010. If you guys watch like some of the what the hell is going on? All right, well, if you guys go back to like my first videos, the content was interesting. The style I was trading was a little bit different. Well, I mean, it was still ABCs, but I was doing things a lot differently than what I'm doing them now. Johnny crying. Who did that? No, I'm kidding. That's just it's so weird to see that, man. It's so weird. But if you guys scroll down to the very beginning, like maybe I had the green screen up, but my audio was trash. This is Am I still here? Okay. Look, there's Ruben. Oh, you guys can't see it.
Amazing.
You guys can hear my AC in the background. I had no like audio software. The green screen was off screen. Like it was a lot of the times I was just learning as I was going. I was going through it. And I was using, you guys can see the charts. It's still relatively almost the same. But I was using fibs at the time and kind of just approaching things differently.
This previous trend was structured, and just seeing how things look up and how they align, and just how I would say the velocity of this trend was compared to this downtrend. Like this took.
I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second.
I'm trying to get the ruler. 48 days, so about a month and a half. We're almost back 50% of this entire trend. Yeah, we hit the 50% mark, and
I'm not gonna lie.
Positive it's been less than half of that time. And I guess price.
It's so weird seeing myself, man. It's so weird. And guys, I don't want you to think I'm upset or anything. It's just, it's. And she's gone. And I remember my first stream coming back. Like we've been. Okay, when's my first stream? I came back. There it is. Even in March. This is crazy how I started the continuous stream by standing, and we got to 1K by standing. Is this it? And then my audio was all fucked up. I'm sorry. I literally teared up for a second because it's more of like looking at this from a third party perspective. It's like, how do I say this? It really didn't make sense for me to stream. I was getting dog shit viewers. I had no subscribers. Most people would have quit. Most people would have stopped, but I didn't care about that. It was mostly about just getting the way I approached it was getting my thoughts out there. And like, look, even like with these, like I didn't even have my image, like the camera
eaten alive, and you didn't want to do that.
So I bought like a new mic. The audio was still kind of messed up, but I didn't even have like the proper outside of the camera like cropped properly. And it's just like stupid stuff that I eventually fixed, and then eventually it took time to me playing the guitar. I haven't done those streams in a very long time. There's another one that I did, a new unboxing. But it's just like learning from the mistakes I made, learning from constantly adapting, constantly, I'm always like trying to learn things outside of trading, like learning stuff about YouTube. And this is where we guys, this is only a month ago we hit 500 subs. Give yourself some breathing room. I would say I usually would do 3%, give yourself a 3.5, but aim for the lower low. If not, hold this until even lower. And it's just crazy that, I'm learning every day, but the thing is, as much as I learn every day, I don't take everything that I learn into my live streams. There's some things that don't necessarily apply to how I want to do things. So it's just constantly exploring ideas, constantly trying to figure out what's best for the channel. Let's see. Sorry, I'm way behind on chats. Smartest choice is to get a mentor like Kite. Yeah, and guys, and that's like, it's just don't be afraid to look, I'm not trying to sit here and try to shill anything, guys. One of the things that's really good for what I have learned, and when it comes to like having a mentor or someone just to kind of guide you, is that there's so much information out there. There's so much information, and sometimes you just need someone to point you in the right direction. All right, and that's what Kite did for me. He kind of took things and made me rethink how trading was, and kind of pointed me in the right direction. And a lot of things I've done was I actively did myself, but if it wasn't for someone like him who I can like shadow, like look up to, listen to, pay attention to, understand, learn from, I don't think I'd be in a situation like this. And that's kind of like what I want to do. I want to be able for you guys to maybe come from a different part of trading, a different perspective from trading. Hopefully I can sit here and show you guys that you don't need all this crazy shit on your screen. You don't need to have the most complicated strategy. You don't have to have all these things in order to be successful in this game. And so that's kind of like my goal here. Let's see. I think it's all you. You have to say you are a good host, man, and you have a good stream. All natural. Thank you so much, Marshman. And it's funny, like even when it comes to streaming, like it's something that it felt weird, like talking to myself in front of a camera, but I quickly realized that it's not that different than like having a conversation with someone. Now, okay, for me, it's not that different. To me, when I read these comments, I pretend like someone's like looking at me and like, communicating with me, if that makes sense. And every single person who does it, I kind of picture something different, like someone different. Or maybe if I'm at a table, someone says something here, someone says something over here, and I can go back and like go answer that person's question, Oh, someone made a comment, I can respond back. It's like having a conversation, but obviously the other people aren't here. So I kind of have to imagine that. Skills like that, or you have to kind of develop as you do it. And sometimes people are afraid about that. Some people are afraid to do so. I didn't give a shit. All right. I didn't care. And now we're here. It's something that I understood that, it's not going to be normal. It's not something you're going to be able to do right off the bat. Some people might have a natural talent for it, but for me, I didn't. And eventually I learned as I continued to grow, and I got better at it as more people joined, the community, as I got to, as it was introduced to you guys, as I'm meeting, new people here every day, and getting to know, where you're coming from, your situations, and just learning about you guys in general. It's helping me become a better live streamer. I found you waiting for Shibarium to launch. Good find for sure. Ken, I do appreciate you stopping by, my friend. What year did you start? I started in 2021. So October of 2021 was September 2021 was the first time I ever streamed. But I streamed from September to like mid-October, and I stopped. I was going through a rough patch between trading and other stuff in life, to be honest. So I took a break from streaming, and I went back on March 5th, I believe, was the time so we almost been actively streaming for a year, and I already hit 1,000 subs. I never thought, guys, like in the beginning when I first started, maybe a couple months in after streaming consistently, I'm not gonna lie, it's not seeing the numbers grow and not seeing the viewers grow. It had a toll. It took a toll on me. It was very demotivating at times. It's just like, why the hell am I even doing this? But then I realized that you just got to keep pushing through. And eventually things kind of just turned around. And it's all thanks to you guys. Also, if David ever sees this, guys, David Tech, I've been working with his group for the past 6 months. And honestly, without the shadow of a doubt, I can say for certain that him and Kite are the main reasons why I'm here today. David Tech. I can't spell. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to David Tech, he does things a little bit differently. Like he primarily works with code, and he programs indicators and stuff on Tradingview. He's actually been working with me to help get a tool for the ABCs. And yeah, it's absolutely insane how the amount of of support him and his brother and his community have shown me. So I honestly, like, I got to message David later on, but it's serious. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be in a situation like this. He's helped me out a ton. But yeah, 2021, and then we started consistently streaming March 5th of 2022. So I've been doing this consistently, like every single week, at least twice a week. I've been streaming every single week. It took me a year and a half of trading to be profitable. That's good to see, Steven. Sometimes it takes longer than others. Let's see. Yeah, buddy. Do you gain all your power from the calf? That's a good one. It's mostly just to keep. It's mostly just to keep the hair out of my face, but I'm not giving you my secrets. Does a chef give away his recipe? Let's see. We are our own worst critic. You saw a need to improve the interaction and took it. I commend you on stepping out. I appreciate it, Drew. Sometimes it just gets to me. Prathish, is that lipstick mark on your cheek? Nope. The clean shave is better. I know. I can't grow a beard to save my life, Prathish. Do you trade also with levels and price action? David Tech is awesome as well. Yeah, David's a good guy. Oh, that's my task manager. Where's chat? I pretty much just trade price action. I do look at certain levels as like possible areas of support, but for the most part, I mostly just trade off of levels that the market gives me, short when I need to, long when I need to, and that's pretty much it. Where are you from? I live in the East Coast, United States. Sky Knight. And if you're in the United States, I'm in. I guess I can. I'll say the Northeast, but not Boston. No, I'm not up that far. I'll just say that. This is crazy. Sorry guys, if I'm just sitting here in silence, I'm still taking this in. I think this is your longest live as well. No, we've gone way longer, Drew. I think I've gone like 2.5 hours before. Let's see. I'm from Belgium. I'm from Belgium now from beers and French fries. That's an awesome combo. And it sucks. Like when I do approach my streams this way, it's not the most exciting. You know, I don't have a 1,000 indicators on my screen. I'm not sitting here looking at a 2-minute chart. But to be honest, guys, that's what trading really is. It's not sitting here scalping on a 2-minute. It's not sitting here with a bunch of bullshit on your screen. I'm not trying to call anyone out in particular. I kind of have to start watching that as I grow, by the way. I'm not trying to call out anyone in particular. Everyone has their own. That's funny, Drew. But like, it's not what most people think, and I unfortunately because I approach things in a different way, I will admit it's not as exciting. I can't believe this is happening. It's just so weird seeing that number, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep doing this. It's just so weird. And if you guys don't know, All right, can I share you guys a secret of one of the reasons why I think I was able to grow so well? Let me share you guys a secret. And this is for those who want to do YouTube and are doing things from more of a business stance, and not a like an entertainment stance. Don't share. But Joe, what if other people here want to start a YouTube? It's not gonna take away from me. And it's nothing lucrative, Joe. I promise. It's something that I'm sure you guys already know. Okay, fine, share. Consistency is the secret. Absolutely. But all right, the secret, if you guys want to do this, but this mostly applies for people who are this mostly applies for people who want to do this and want to make a business out of it. All right, it doesn't really make sense to do this from like an entertainment perspective, but if you guys look, I don't know if you guys have seen any of my videos recently, or I haven't posted these, but check this out. Look, this video, all right, talking about like how to use the continuation method in the bear market, it's got 50,000 views. You want to know how this got 50,000 views? YouTube advertising. All right, I'm gonna be free real with you guys. I advertised this video, but I only spent like $2 to $3. I think it was like $3 a day on this. But you know what's crazy is that I've gotten 334 subscribers from this. And at first I was kind of against doing this, but at the same time, I try to put myself from an outside perspective. Like, well, how would you approach this if you weren't a business? Or let's say we're in a business on YouTube. Let's say you're I'm trying to think of like a easy business to, I'm not saying get yourself into, but someone that's common. Let's say a detailing business. Let's say a detailing vehicle. I just need my desk. Simon Smith, let's say watching from UK. Good to see you. Do the 15-minute time frame. Absolutely. You want me to zoom in a little bit more, Steven, or you want me to keep this here? But it's like, how does a business who's starting out, in your neighborhood get out to people who like want to grow their customer base? Is that they use advertisements. Now, obviously, it's different when it comes to outside businesses, but I had a friend who does detailing, and he's the one who put this in my head originally. He started out with nothing. He made a bunch of Instagram videos and put it on his Instagram business page and started running promotions for the area that we live in. He said within a week, and he only spent like $100 on advertising. Within a week, he had 7 new customers lined up for work for him. It was just him doing it on the side. And then he said he put more money into advertising and started making more videos, and people started following him on his Instagram page. He pretty much tripled his client base within 2 weeks, and then he has more consistent customers now. He told me he goes from detailing vehicles, and he'll even power wash like driveways and like sides of houses and buildings and stuff. So he gets clients that originally do work for cars, and he tells them, hey, I also do this kind of stuff. He's like, oh, hey, can you do this for another day? And he gets repeat customers from that. And I didn't really think about it. It kind of clicked. I was like, you know what? Why don't I just do the same thing? Make a content kind of displaying the power of how I do things. Let people come by, see the channel, and if they like it, stick around and they can learn from me. If you guys have seen this video, all right, and have watching me now because of this video, it's most likely because of an advertisement. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. And I always thought there was something wrong with doing that in particular, but I didn't feel right at first. But in my head, it's like, it's how any other business would advertise their services out there to begin with. So that has been huge for me. Remember, guys, this is a major pivot of resistance here. But I think you should not run ads before reaching 2K subs. Well, Pratish, I've been running that ad for 2 months now. Is there too much crap around? It is good. There's too much crap around you. You should push your advertisements yourself. Exactly. And it's like, it's not like I'm trying to off, like pretty much what this video talks about. It's nothing special. All right. It's the exact same thing. Pretty much all this video is me talking about the continuation method, which is something we talk about in stream all the time. All right. And from there, you know, 239 likes, 51K views. I think I had like a handful of dislikes. Some people, one guy commented on this. LOL ABC, you know, he didn't think it was that easy. That's fine. I'll take it. But you know what? It doesn't affect me because you might think that, but a bunch of other people like this kind of content. A lot of people understand that, or maybe at least get them curious about it. And that's what converts them over to subscribing to my channel, and it gets them to watching the live streams. And for me, it might get people interested in signing up for the Discord. Like I said, it's at the end of the day, I love doing this. It's about helping you guys more than it is about the money. But the money does help, okay? And at the end of the day, I treat this as a business, but I do want to prioritize helping you guys out as much as I can. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win for me. IDKY power washers don't offer to clean the residents' trash and recycling bins as well. Seems like an easy upsell. No, you know what's really funny about that, Joe? I brought that up to him because I saw it on a TikTok video. I brought it up to him pretty recently. Like it was before summer was ending, and next thing you know, he started promoting it. And so I was like, give me a cut of that as a joke. But he didn't really thought about that, and he started offering it, and then people were like, oh, I didn't really thought about that. And then, you know, they would do it themselves, and he's gotten a lot more upsells because of it. So guys, like I said, it's mostly you can only really get away with this if you guys are trying to run a business online. For me, it made sense. I'm not going to lie. I'm not sure how many people have signed up because of that video through the Discord, but it's definitely got a lot more traction for me, and that's gonna convert into sales. All right. And at the end of the day, like I said, I love you guys. I do this. If I didn't have to, let's say this. If it were up to me, how do I say this? I'm trying to think of a good way to say this. I'm not too sure actually how I'm going to say this. And let me think about that, and I'm going to finish that sentence. But what I wanted to say was, at the end of the day, it's a business for me, as well as I also get to help out. And there's nothing wrong with, I think if you guys are going to offer a service, offer help, you guys should charge for it. Now, am I charging a lot? To be honest, some people might think so, but for the value that it is, I'm not going to sit here and give too many details. But for what I give, I think it's a excellent exchange of value. And then another thing I believe as well is that if you take time and also money and put money into something, you're going to be a lot more likely to stick to it. You're going to be a lot more likely to at least try. And that's what I want you guys to do. It's not about making money off you guys. It's for me, I want you guys to invest in yourselves as well as help me help you. Johnny, building a community. I have a guy in my neighborhood that does that. Only trash cycles $20 a bin. Yeah, no, I talk to this kid every once in a while. I talked to him maybe like a month and a half ago. Like, I thought actually probably longer than that. Yeah, 2 months. It was right before Christmas. I talked to him before Christmas, and he's already getting people. He still gets clients that don't necessarily like power wash your house and stuff because it's colder out where I live, but he still gets people asking for cleaning like recycling bins and all that stuff, and he charges cheap, and he makes a lot of money doing it. I'll just say that. But he also has, you know, he's busy all the time. Like he's putting in 60, 70 hours a week, sometimes more, because he does everything himself. I told him to hire someone, but he doesn't want to do that yet. But he makes a killing off of just just watching bins now. I would say that's probably like 60% of what he does now. From what he's been telling me. I don't know how true that is. Maybe things will slow down or pick up depending on that. But he said the most consistent thing that he's been doing is the trash and recycling bin cleaning service. He makes more money on like the car detailing and like power washing buildings and sidewalks and stuff, but he said that's been the most consistent. Time to buy the 5-hour time frame. Let's go. We'll see. We'll see, Steven. We'll see if we can get back above this green line here. I would say it's a decent sign of recovery. But you know, we're kind of fighting this region right now. We'll have to see how things play out. I'm in shock, guys. I can't believe this is fucking happening. Let's check the count again. I'm gonna be like this for a very long time. I'm gonna say, oh, did we lose one? I thought we were at 13. Imagine it takes 20 minutes to $20. Pretty damn good money. Yeah, obviously people use their garbage cans all the time. People use their recycling cans all the time. $20 a bin. He'll become a millionaire soon. He's definitely making 6 figures. I'll tell you that for sure. He's making 6 figures doing this. If not, he's probably damn close. But he's a one-man show. I told him if he expands I want him to expand to other neighborhoods. I want him to expand to other parts of the state where I live. Hire people. And he's gonna be making stupid money. Stupid. The thing is, I don't know shit about power washing and all that stuff. I would offer to help, but at the moment, he's gonna have to pay me big for that. My hourly rate ain't cheap. Kidding. If he seriously offered, like if he needed help and he offered me, I probably would do it, but I would probably do it part-time. Like I would do it more on like the managing side of things because of YouTube and all that stuff. All right, I'm gonna go grab another let's see, Bulls looking strong at BTC M. Is that the monthly? It's possible. All right. I'm going to grab another. I'm going to refill my cup again. Give me like 30 seconds. I'll be back. I can get through my chair. See, this chair just gets in the way. All right, there we go. Let's see. Plus, supervisors don't get dirty. That's true. Yeah, I would need to be behind a computer. Imagine me like live streaming in an office, doing a Bitcoin TA while I'm supposed to be working. But you know what's funny? Like back when, so like I said, at some point the Discord wasn't as popping as it is now. When I was working my job, you know, I back in yeah, like even like back here, I was pretty much I was still at my job when I was posting. So that what I would do, there's been times where I would literally be on the phone with someone, something would happen, I would literally, all right, let me put you on hold for a second, put them on hold, and I would just like go back to doing this. I'm gonna be honest with you, at some points I was not the best employee, I will admit that. But to be honest, I cared more about this, and the job I was working at wasn't the best. So it sucks because like I would consider myself good friends with my old co-worker Josh. He used to watch my streams a good amount, but I haven't seen him pop by in a while. And then we go back and forth every once in a while. My old boss was fantastic. You know, he definitely stuck his neck out for me. He was a good guy. He tried his best to take care of his guys, and he definitely say he did. And even like my old GM, I never had any problems with any of them. They were all fantastic to me. But yeah, I will admit I was not the best employee. Savon, loving this stream, my friend. I'm loving this too, guys. This is a monumental stream for me. This will be hands as of right now until things. I mean, obviously, I think things will get better at some point. But as of right now, you know, it's also, I want to appreciate like all of you guys who have, you know, stuck by me from the beginning, even those who are new. Like, you guys got to understand too. This is something I think about a lot, is as the channel grows, it's going to be harder to keep up with everyone. I'm not saying I can't. But you know, if the channel does ever hit like 10K or something ridiculous like that, there's going to be a lot of people in here every live stream. So I'm going to do my best. I'm trying to keep up with chat as much as I can now. Let's do a pump song. I don't know if we have, we're not at Jason Casper levels yet. I know he does that. He has pump music and dump music. No Christmas. Do something a little bit more. All right, so this is something a little more upbeat. You can do Jason Casper. Unfortunately, I don't have an EP like he does. Like, you know, it's his dump music. It's just like heavy metal. I don't have that yet. I definitely would do so, which would be pretty freaking cool. I didn't know he had his own music, and I listened to some of the stuff he plays on stream, and he's a pretty good guitar player, man. He's really good. Let's see, could be a B part in BTC. Yes. This could be something like this. Could be something like that. Let's see. Joe, what point did you decide to quit your job? Was it money based or just a ballsy move? You know what's funny about that, Joe? I didn't quit. I got fired. I got fired from my job. I'm not ashamed of it or anything. Like I said, I still don't know why. I know some people are gonna ask why. To this point, I don't know, nor do I really care. I even when they broke the news to, so I'll give you this backstory. My last day was November 6th, I believe. It was like right before my birthday. It might have been the 7th. I'm pretty sure it was the 7th. It was on a Monday. So pretty much, I worked a full day. End of the day comes by. It was like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and my boss, my manager, my department comes up to me. He's like, "Hey," he had like a upset look on his face. I could tell he's like, oh, hey, we need to go to Jim's office. Jim is the general manager of the dealership. So I used to work for BMW. And so we go up there, and I could tell on his face that he was something was upsetting him. And I didn't know what was going on. So he sat down, and I thought like something was gonna happen, or I don't know, whatever. I thought I did something wrong, or blah 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 blah. And then next thing you know, he's like, they're both like kind of like sad. I'm just sitting there, just like, hey, what's up? What's going on? Because like I don't let stuff bother me, and there's some things that did bother me. Like some people are assholes. I will say that. I'm not gonna name names. Maybe one day I will. But I didn't. You know, there's no need to be. I wasn't mean to my bosses. I was always very respectful, and I really didn't give a shit. Like in that kind of business, it's very easy to get for stuff to get under your skin. So I didn't let anything from what he did or my bosses get to me, especially the customers and a particular employee who was a fucking dickhead. Anyway, pretty much we sat down and he was like, sorry, John, due to business reasons and business decisions, we got to let you go. And I kind of looked at him and was like, really? So yeah, I was like, oh, okay. And I basically said, you know, thank you guys so much, Mike. I actually just said his name. I said, thank you so much for the opportunity, both of you. It does mean a lot to be. You guys took care of me. Thank you guys so much. Pretty much something along the lines of that. And then it basically said, take care, and, you know, grab my shit. And I left. I gave him my key, and that was it. Let's see. I also like CryptoFace. Steven, I used to watch CryptoFace a lot. To be honest, he's one of the reasons why I'm here today. He's like one of the first active YouTubers I've watched. And then the dude, he's a funny dude. I'm not gonna lie. But I haven't really watched him in a while. See, Kite You Me. It was a fork in the road, forced the decision. Yeah. Johnny was in oh, Jesus Christ. No, I was not. And then slashed all tires. Nah, see, I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I don't, like I said, if they were dickheads to me, it would be different, but they were so nice to me. I had no reason to be mad. But to me, it was more of like a blessing in disguise. You know, and I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning, I wasn't say I was struggling, because obviously I have my main portfolio that I needed money out of, but I try my best to treat that as a retirement account. I do my best to not touch that whatsoever, unless like I'm in the hospital, I'm dying and I need it. I try my best not to use that money at all. So I was fine. I was doing my best to not like allow myself to struggle, but I kind of made myself like go out there and like, you know, I was door dashing for a while. That took a toll on my car. And then January came, and December was fine. January came, and DoorDash was just, there's nothing going on. So, you know, I pretty much focused the majority of my time and attention onto this. And right now it's doing a really good job paying the bills. I can't thank you guys enough for supporting me, you know, throughout this. And now that we're not monetized yet. Unfortunately, I do have to. So we officially hit the 1,000. I can't believe I can't. This is crazy. Oh, guys, I need you to help me with something. All right, I'm not gonna ask for help on most occasions. But we did hit this one check mark, and I want to finish this one. All right, so I need to get a certain amount of watch hours. If you guys haven't watched any of my pre-recorded videos, please watch. Like, if you guys can do me a favor and rack up, well, I'm not asking to rack up, but guys, go watch like the ABC trading bot video, anything of my pre-recorded videos that are longer, like 35 minutes. If you haven't watched them, please, I would appreciate if you guys would watch them for and support me. That'll help get my watch time up. The goal is to get, even if you just leave it on in the background, I would like to get to that 4,000 hour watch time area. But I would appreciate it. You guys don't have to, but after the stream's done, I would appreciate go stop by watching one of those videos. Did you at least get a good deal on a BMW working there? You know what's funny? No, because they did not take care of they did not help their employees out like that. I'll just say that at the very least. Unless you were selling cars, they did not take care of you. So I'll just say that. And I was not selling cars. I was in the service department. Okay, I can't really say that, because they wouldn't be able to do much on the front end price of things of the cars themselves, but they would help you out with trade-ins and stuff. But even for me, I didn't have the best experience. I know other people who have worked there with me haven't had the best experience. That's all I'm gonna say. Just landed the job. Gonna have to figure out how to manage trades at the same time. That's why we have the trigger bot, Coyote. I promise you, that's gonna make life a whole lot easier. I will fall asleep with them on autoplay on. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Okay, done. 4,000 hours by tomorrow. Pratish, no more bots. Come on, no bots. But I appreciate it. Wow, this is a huge spike. But yeah, it'll just help with. I just need to get that done. We're still gonna do the special. I'm not gonna like stop myself because we're not monetized. I'm still gonna honor. I'm still gonna stick to that. And I really didn't care. Wasn't really counting on this to hit that 4,000 watch hour level yet, but we're almost there. We're almost there. I obviously the no bots. I will play some playlist muted. Awesome. I appreciate it, Pratish. Thank you. But yeah, at some point, like I said, at some point I'm gonna start monetizing these live streams because it does help me out. I'm able to do this, but that's not till later. And I'll let you guys know when like commercial breaks. Like it's kind of, I'm not sure if it's gonna be like Twitch. Like I'm gonna be able to go turn on ads in the middle of the stream. So maybe like if I'm going like a water break or something, or if you guys want to go ahead and like take like a water break or a bathroom break or something while we're doing this. That's how I'm gonna do it. And I've also had, okay, I'm not gonna go into details about that yet, but someone reached out to me from with a particular interesting offer. I'm not gonna go ahead and explain details, but it's something I have to look into before I even consider it. And even if I did accept, I guess a sponsorship, I will let you guys know ahead of time. I'm not going to be shady. It's going to be something that I do honestly think it's going to be a good product. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Let's say it's, I'm not, how do I say this? It's something that's all I'm going to say. Something similar. No playlist on your channel. Oh yeah, I don't really have a playlist for like all the recorded videos. Maybe I'll do that after the stream. In exchange, yeah. I'm not gonna say which one, but someone with it from someone from some, you know, one of those things reached out to me and asked if I can, you know, do something for their products. Like I said, I'm not the one to say yes to something I would not prescribe normally. But I have taken a look at it a little bit and it seems pretty straightforward. I need to look into more of like logistics, like how much money, like obviously, how much money they have in their system or in the ecosystem, how much liquidity is in there, and I don't want to, you know, prescribe a bad product to you guys. So I'm not going to talk about anything about it until I get a better answer. You'll achieve much more in life than those who fired you, and they will stuck there forever. I hope so. Yeah, I think so, Christine. I think so too. like I said, even before I got fired, I was doing better than, like, trading wise. I was doing better than most of the people who worked there anyway. So it's not like I needed to be there. It's just for like tax purposes, and also at the time I was looking into buying my own place, but that kind of screwed me over. And my mortgage guy was like, "Hey, call me back in like 2 years." I'm like, "Shoot." And so, yeah, because I have to show consistent income. This is going to be interesting. That kind of put me in a step back, but hey, maybe if it does well, let's buy the place cash. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Where are we going at? Almost 2. I need to switch. I need to go back to sitting down. Hold on. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. All right, we'll go back down to sit down. All right, guys. On today's episode of TA with Johnny here, we're going to be doing, I don't know. I just find it so cool how this desk can adjust. The game changer. More whiskey. Ah. You did the Johnny English thing. Can we check out Solana? Absolutely, yeah. I'll drink some more. I'll drink some more. I want you guys to hear the pop. Hold on. There you go. You guys should be able to hear that. Stuff's like, this stuff's not that bad. It's smooth, but it's strong but smooth, if that makes sense. Cheers to everyone here. I wouldn't be out here without you guys, so I do appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Here's to 10K soon. No, I'm kidding. We gotta take one level at a time. 2K, here we come. Ugh. That stuff is strong. Oh, let's see. You did the Johnny English thing. What Johnny English thing? Let's see. I want to get off the wheel and make my life what I want it to be. Tired of the rat race. Thanks for teaching a freedom. Of course, my friend. Of course. You know, my thing is, it's like, I don't want to get into this too much. I mean, unless you guys really want me to. I have my own personal belief about certain things, but I personally believe, I would say 95% of you have control of your own destiny. Now, that's just my thing. Can we check out Solana? Breakout soon? Not financial advice, Steven, but if we continue, I would say get ready to get into a long position if you haven't. If you want to try it, use small risk. Don't use anything too crazy. If I wasn't in a long position, I'd definitely be taking this now. I'd be about to take this now. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Check out Solana? Yeah, I'll check out Solana. All right, so Solana, we're going for... Obviously, I mentioned this last time, but big ABC here. And then... to me, to be honest, who asked? Joe? To be honest, Joe, I'm not the biggest fan of this. It's just too small of a time frame. To me, this looks like one continuous trend. If we do get a break, maybe that might be a good opportunity, but we'll have to see. I'm just not the biggest fan of taking that long position. Cheers, congrats, here's to you. Thank you so much, Drew. But yeah, Drew, what I was saying before is that a lot of you guys, me personally, I think I would say 90% of people have control of what they can achieve in their life. All right, through time, dedication, effort. It's tough. It's not supposed to be easy. It is not supposed to be easy. All right, you know, there's certain things I struggle with as a person. But you know, every day if you progress towards something, I promise you will get better. Cheers. Here's to you. Thank you so much, Drew. Cheers, brother. You're filling my kite hole void. Thank you so much, Joe, for stopping by. I do appreciate that. Kite will be back eventually. I'm not gonna, you know, say when or, you know, when he's gonna come back, but he'll be back. Let's see. I sent a clip of Johnny English on Discord. Oh, the sinking chair. Okay.
Right. So when's the Prime Minister going to grace us with his presence?
I'm the Prime Minister.
That's pretty good for these. It's pretty good. Let's see. So you gotta protect your kite hole, Joe. Jesus Christ. You guys are funny. See, BTC is pumping. Let's see. I'm gradually learning ABCs thanks to you and Kite. My problem is I'm good at scalping, so I've been integrating ABCs into swing trades. Look, Joe, don't get me wrong. You can practice ABCs on smaller time frames, but the hardest part about doing that and being consistent with it is you have to understand exactly where price is in the wave structure of the larger trend. You know, if that makes sense. You you really have to know what price is going to, like, if price is an A wave here or B wave here. You have to be a little bit more exact and play into the larger possibility. But it's very hard to do in a larger time frame. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's very hard to do consistently. The ABCs on smaller time frames aren't for me. I feel like they aren't for most people. All right, guys, let's see. 2 hours. Wow, 2 hours and 34 minutes. I'm trying to remember what the longest live stream was. And also, the reason why I'm streaming a little bit longer, because it does help my watch time. So thank you guys so much for sticking by and staying with me throughout this entire period. Like I said, you guys can ask me anything. I'm an open, you know what? Fuck it. I'll be an open book. You guys literally can ask me anything. I don't care. Long as it's like nothing that'll put me in prison or nothing that'll get me canceled. Let's see. Cheers for the stream, Johnny. I gotta head off, and congrats on the 1K, bro. Thank you so much, Coyote. I do appreciate you. Thank you so much for sticking by. Cut or uncut? See, no, I knew someone was gonna go up over that. I knew someone was gonna take it there. I knew it. I want to see what the longest live stream I have is. Oh. Wordle? Yeah, we can do Wordle. I just want to see this first. What's the longest live stream I've ever done? T26, 2 hours and 32. Oh, 2 hours and 43 minutes. 2 hours and 37. 234. 2:31. So it looks like 2 hours and 45 minutes was the longest. My little guitar setups. Yeah, 2 hours and 45 minutes is the longest one. Bro, let's look at charts. I got you, man. I got you. Don't need to yell at me. Don't yell at me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Savon. I'm just busting your balls. I know price is getting intense right now, so I know you guys want to see this. Let's see. Trading is hard. Trading is hardcore. Everyone can learn it. Yes. When did you start trading? I started trading probably, I want to say, I started like looking at being active, and like at the time I was using BitMEX. Using BitMEX in trading probably November of 2019. But yeah, Prateesh, I'll pull up Wordle, and we can do that while watching. See, did you catch the COVID bottom? I bought my majority of my stack, my spot holdings. So I'll give you a quick rundown. I started off with like, I would say I started off with like $600-700 of actually no, up to close to $1,000 in stimulus check money when COVID was the thing. If you guys live in the U.S., you guys know what I'm talking about. Basically, the state was paying us to live at home, or to basically stay at home and do nothing. So I was making a lot more money there than I was actually working. So I took the money, whatever I didn't spend, I put it towards my Bybit account. Ended up saving close to about $1,000. Took that, made some stupid, made some good, made some smart but stupid trades. I took breakout trades, but I was using terrible risk management. I was doing very aggressive, using a 0.25 stop loss. I was risking like 10% of my account a trade. My first trade I ever took, I think that's got to be $800. I know it was sub 1,000. I turned $800 and I turned that into like $3,000 in one trade. And then, and I did back off my risk a lot from there. And then, long story short, I took that stimulus money, worked it up into like close to like $20,000 within a couple months. And from there, I bought majority of my ETH holdings at around my average price. I didn't really buy spot BTC too much. I bought ETH at around $450 as my average price. And I pretty much sold at around the top. I'll let you guys figure that out. If I had to give you like an average, buyout, if I had to give you like an average target of what I think I probably sold majority of my ETH at, I still hold some. I sold probably, if I give you an average price, probably around like 3,900, 4,000. Let's see. How to connect with you. So if you're looking to connect with me, if you guys go ahead and I'll paste this in the chat below. But if you guys are interested, yeah, my Discord's in the description. I'll go ahead and leave it in chat too. Go ahead and reach out to me via Discord. If you're looking to sign up for the group, there is a special going on till tomorrow. So usually I would say sign up anyway, but just wait till tomorrow if you're looking for that. I also do offer one-on-one services which will be discounted. I'll go over everything in the video tomorrow, I promise. Or I'll make the video after we're done today, and I'll post it tomorrow. And what I'll do tomorrow, I don't usually go live until Tuesday, but I will. Did you make more on spot buys or leverage? I made more on spot this bull run. Yeah, I put the majority of that money into spot. And basically what I did is I put the majority of that into spot, and then I basically took a little bit of that, took it out, and then basically grew small accounts with that as on the way up. With leverage. All right, let's do Wordle. Audio. Under? No, there's no D. We're twins, bro. I'm glad you did well last bull run. I'm glad you were here for that. What do you guys think? So if you guys are new to the channel, usually we play this game called Wordle, where you have 6 guesses to guess a 5-letter word, and we do this as a team. So I usually do the first 1 or 2 answers. It's gotta be 5 letters, Joe. Ubers. I'll try it. Doesn't work. So pretty much what I do is I try to go ahead and I'll try to figure this out as a team. Trying to think of something to do. I know there's no O, but I'm gonna try tough. All right, terrible start. Stunt. Stunt is the U can't be in the 3rd spot. Let me know what you guys think. It's not in the 2nd spot. It's not in the 3rd spot. So it's either got to be in the third. It's got to be in the 4th spot. I like dimensions. I only trade time frames. Do you scalp or do you do swing trades, Steven? What's something that could be in the... I was going to do focus, but I don't think focus... There's no O. So I was going to do this. But there's no O in that spot. What do you guys think? Should I try that? Oh, you don't care for time frame? Or you don't care for like scalp or swing? You just trade? Try focus. All right, so we got the U in the right spot. Fuck is this word? It's tough, guys. It's tough. So it's gotta be an S. The S can be let's try S in the first spot. What's something that has an S in the beginning and ends with a second letter at the end being a U? Most of the time I trade 4 to 6 hour time frame. Okay, I see. Serum? That's a good one. That's a good one, Drew. Let's try Serum. All right, that was close. Serum. That's a good one. That's probably it. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. There we go. Pratish got it. Congrats. Good job, Pratish. Everyone give a round of applause. Pratish is killing it. The man is a human dictionary. We all contribute as a team. I genuinely need help. Well, what do you need help with, Mr. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna butcher that. I'm gonna call you Mr. 23. What do you need help with? You can ask me here. If it's a very specific thing, you don't have to ask. But if it's like a general trading question, please let me know. This is what these streams are for. A lot of the times, Mr. 23, if you need specific help, I would suggest joining the Discord or, it's going to be expensive, but you guys can sign up for a one-on-one session with me. My goal of the one-on-one session is to try to deter you from that as much as I can. Now, if you guys are going through everything, like going through, let's say you're in my Discord, if you're going through all the videos, you guys are asking questions in the group, let's say you're getting good answers from me and other people in the group, and you're still having trouble after an extended period of time, yes, I would say, you know what, maybe you might need a little bit help from me. But me personally, I try my best to kind of like deter you guys from that. Even though it's good money for me, my goal is it's to make sure you guys can get this on your own. Let's see. Pratish, have you been trading ABCs or trying to learn ABC since 2021? Drew, help. Do you use VPVR order blocks to validate ranges? Me personally, no. I do not. Should I connect with you on Discord? Mr. 23, like I said, if it's a situational question about your situation, reach out to me. But if it's something generic trading, like if you need help with actual chart stuff, now's the time to ask while we're here. But I'm just letting you know, it's I as much as I love everyone here, I cannot hop on a call unless I'm free, but I'm gonna be very busy after this stream setting everything up. So if you have a question, like I said, now is the time. If it's trading related, ask me here in chat. If not, if it's something situational to where you have a very unique situation problem, if it's brief, yes, but unfortunately, like I said, because I got a lot going on today, I won't be able to help you out unless you sign up for a session. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to be upfront. If it's like I said, but if it's a basic trading question, please, ask away in chat right now. Just let me know if it's a trading question or if it's a situational thing. Do you look for new coins or just follow what is out? Yeah, I don't really look for new coins. Maybe I might throw something into something that if someone I know and trust, basically shows me that they like something. It's a situational thing and kind of urgent. All right. Mr. 23, DM me on Discord. I'll take a look. Like I said, if it's something that's going to need extensive help, you might have to sign up for a session. Which, good news is, all right, if you guys want me to go over the parameters, I'll go over it real quick. So as of right now, if you guys take the WAP, I don't even know how the hell you describe that. If you guys click at the link in the description, the WAP description, it brings you to a... Oh shit. It's gonna take you to this. All right, and this is the easiest way to get access to the Discord in that. All right, I'm gonna make a separate tutorial on it, but basic. We're gonna drop down the sessions to as a steal. I'm gonna drop down the sessions to $50 an hour. Just so if you guys have any questions, I can go ahead and help you out as best as I can, or if you need help on certain things. And I'm also, obviously, I'll go over everything for what you're going to need for the price, how to get discount codes and all that stuff. I don't want to talk about it too much just because I don't want people to get the wrong information and start paying for stuff now. No link for Discord. Mr. 23, take the... I'm gonna paste it again. Take that Discord, which I just posted in link or the name, copy that name and send me a private message. Let's see. But yeah, send me a message request or private message me on Discord. The group is mostly for information purposes, but if you have a specific situation, please, reach out to me and I'll help you out as best I can. Yo, only hopping on now. We'll watch the stream later, but congrats on congrats brother on the 1K subs. Thank you so much for this upside down head. I really do appreciate you. I know you've been around for a while, so I do appreciate the continuous support from you and everyone else who's been here. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a roller coaster for me for the past hour or so. Ups and downs. And it's not mostly downs. It's just like kind of this taking back in a moment of like realization, like trying to understand. Like, to be honest, like I teared up a little bit when I was watching my old live streams, knowing the fact that the effort that I put into something is finally starting to pay off. So it's I tell you what though, when I cashed out on the bull run, and when I did as well as I did, I fucking cried, man. I'm not gonna lie, I fucking cried. Whether you want to call whether you think about it, whatever you think about it, I cried, man. Mr. 23, yes, I did. I did accept the friend request. So just go ahead and message me. Like I said, I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you as fast as I can. But yeah, when I saw those 6 figures, I cried. I literally fucking cried because I'd never had money like that in my life. It's the same thing here. Let's see. Hey, brother. I see most of traders use key monthly, weekly opens to find this range. Can you explain how this works? Yes, so I can briefly explain. I'm not an expert at this. I do not use those tools just because to me it'll cloud a lot. It'll cloud your judgment a lot more, in my personal opinion. And volumes, it's mostly based off of volume. So when you see key monthly, weekly opens at this range, it'll tell you based off where the candle opens at a particular time. And also, sometimes it's also based off volume too. I'm not the best person to ask about that. That's kind of a generic explanation. All right, guys. Well, we officially reached the longest live stream that we've ever had. How to understand rejections and acceptance levels of the range or trend. To me, understanding rejection and acceptance levels is based off of pivots. So we look at trends from a much larger perspective. All right, we don't look at ranges on tiny time frames. We use the method that we use is called the ABC strategy, right? And primarily what we do is we look for uptrends and downtrends in groups of threes. And then using the established pivot of the A, in this case on a reversal trend, we're trying to short the possible reversal of this going down, right? At the same time, we also understand that we are in a very aggressive bull run, or a possible aggressive bull run. So the options for a pullback, or the options to play into a continuation of a pullback, is hard to do. So we're focusing on continuation setups as well. And so basically I want you to just imagine we're in long positions above this green line and short positions below this red line. And so now what we're doing is we're allowing price to, basically we're creating our own range. And we're allowing price to give us invalidations of certain levels. For me, the larger time frames always play priority to me. So right now we still have potentially some more bearish pressure, but we'll have to see how this continues. If we could just continue to pump from here, who knows? But at the moment there is some bearish pressure, and I would like to see a larger push to the downside. If that makes sense. That's how I establish ranges. That's how I come up with important pivots, how I make my trades. It's based off a price structure. You're waiting for in either direction, either a uptrend, a pullback, and a continuation, or for a bullish reversal, downtrend, pullback, continuation. As you can see, that's what we had here. We had the possible bearish reversal here. That's the easiest way to explain it. What price would you think is best to short BTC? I mean, if price comes back up here, unfortunately, it might be too late for that. But for me, if you can get as close to this pivot of this A, the top of this region here, make sure you remember, you're shorting below. So if we can come up here, come on, where's my box tool? If you can get close to this region, that I would say that's a decent place to short. Hey, I've sent you a DM. All right, let me take a look at this. All right. I'm going to let me wait till we're done here. I'm not going to respond to you. I see the message. No, let's give me some time after the live stream's over, and I'll get back to you. Let's see. 7 hours ready to pump. Hey Johnny, do you take profits before reversal setup shows, or do you wait like Kite does? I wait for a continuation setup, like Kite does. If you have 10K USDT, what 5 projects would you distribute your money in? And what level would you prefer? Not financial advice. I don't invest anything into projects I don't know. If I'm gonna spend 10K on spot buying, it's mostly gonna be split between BTC, ETH, and LTC, and maybe like KDA as like a altcoin or something like that. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm not the person to talk about all these hundreds of different crypto projects that are coming out and people shilling this stuff. That's just not me. Joe, stop it. No more whiskey. Stop it. I already took big sips of this. Like, I definitely taken more than a shot glass each time. I'm not going to lie. I can feel it in my eyes a little bit. And those you guys know, I'm a lightweight. All right. I am a lightweight, and also I haven't eaten a serious meal yet today. So I'm pretty much waking up and drinking. Let's see. What is your best interest in? What I mean, like in the coins? The same. BTC, ETH, LTC. I have a little bit in KDA, and I also have a little bit in Cardano as well. That's all. That's all. Pretty much what I have. Matic. I can take a look at Matic. I personally don't have any Matic. Matic's in a little bit of a bearish spot though, so just be careful. It doesn't mean that we can't pump, but there is some bullish pressure as long as we're below that pivot. Harold, you missed it, man. We partied. We were drinking, having a good time. We hit 1K subs on the channel, man. You missed it. We're still at 112. Yeah, 112. 2012. We pumping or what? We're working on it. I gotta get rid of this Nightbot, man. Hold on. Can I do this now? I might have to figure out a way how to remove this Nightbot. Woohoo, congrats, buddy. There you go. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's see. How much you earn in a month? I don't really go based off of that. Like, I don't look at a monthly average. Every once in a while, I might pull like $1,500, $2,000 out of my account. That's once every couple months, so you guys can do the average. I don't pull that much money out of my account. I do not. As regarding towards my total portfolio, I've done decent. I probably made like 20. I probably made average like 30 to 40% of my total account since the top of the bull run. Let's say about 30%. Let's see, chain link. Yeah, I can take a look at chain link. Do I have that on my list? I do not. Last time I checked, Link was in a terrible range. Yeah, this is a terrible range. We have that pivot there. We have this pivot here. At the moment, you're looking. How did I do this last time? A, B, C. A, B. Yeah, I did this last time. A, B, C. So that's the bullish case scenario. Bearish case scenario. A, B, C to a. This is an A, B, C. A to a B to a C. Nope, that's wrong. Chainlink's confusing. That's the one I wanted. So either we pump to this top of the range or we break below. That's the best answer I have for you. Let's see. Is there any ABCs you're waiting for? You're set with your positions. I'm all in my positions, Joe. Let's do a pump song. I don't have a pump. I should. You're absolutely right, Steven. I should get a pump song. All right, let's do this. This one's a good one. Hey, Johnny, I'm late, but hope we are having a great week. We're having a great week to wow, great start to the week so far. I don't know why that was so confusing for me. We're doing good, man. We're here celebrating. We hit 1K. We hit 1K subscribers on the channel. I don't know why I don't have this pulled up. So I do greatly appreciate all. Oh, what the hell, guys? No, I'm kidding. I really do appreciate all the support. So here we're just here celebrating. I like Bulls on Parade by Rage Against Machine on. That's definitely a good pump song. All right, guys. I love you all. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day though. We've been streaming for over 3 hours. It's been a hell of a stream. I really do appreciate every single one of you who has come by today. Supported the channel. Well, those who are new to the channel, subscribe. Thank you so much for helping me get to over 1,000. I couldn't be any more. I'm just shocked right now. That's really all I want to say. Congrats on your 1K. You deserve it, bro. Thank you so much, Crypto Collective. I do appreciate you. Thanks for all the info, bro. I'll be back. Thank you so much, Joe. It's good to see you, man. But thank you guys all for the support from the bottom of my heart. It's just unreal to me right now. I seriously couldn't be here. I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. So I do appreciate you. I do appreciate all those who have stuck with me, whether if you're new, whether if you have been with me since the beginning. I really do appreciate all the support and love. It's absolutely unreal to me. I don't even know what to. I'm having a hard time just coming up with stuff to say. It's just so much going through my head right now, and I know we're gonna get 10K soon, guys. Well, we gotta take it one step at a time. 2K, then we can slowly work our way back up to 10K. But I really do appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. Let's do the Rage of Machine song. All right, yeah, let's do it. Oh, should I do it though? Because I'm gonna get flagged, am I? This stream's not monetized anyway. Screw it. Let's do. Let me turn off this one. Play some Bulls on Parade. I'm sorry, because like I said, I don't want to get this video taken down. I'm sorry, guys. I just something I realized too. YouTube doesn't like it, and they could take these videos down. So, I do appreciate, like I said, I do appreciate you guys. Joe, I'm sorry. Maybe next time I'll play just the beginning, or just the end. Thank you, Johnny, for the stream. We love you all. See you next time. Thank you guys so much. Congrats on 1K, brother. See you on the next one. Thank you, brother. Pradesh, bye. See you tomorrow. Yes, guys, I will be here tomorrow. All right, I'll let everyone know in the Discord. I know I usually stream on Tuesdays, but we're gonna do a three-peat. So I'll be here tomorrow. I do have to stream for David though. That's gonna be whenever I've done with that. So whenever I'm done with David Tech stream, I believe. Yeah, so hopefully by like 2 o'clock. So an hour later than when I usually start. Okay, we're gonna go live for a little bit. I'm gonna do the announcement video and then I'll let you guys know. Sky Knight, do larger ABCs take priority over smaller ones? Real quick, yes, those hold more weight than the smaller ones. Joe, peace. Thank you for the stream, Steven. Badarius, bye-bye. Go celebrate. I'll see you at David's. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you guys so much. I love you from the bottom of my heart. I love every single one of you. Yeah, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Right? Be good. Be safe. Now that you know the setups, the trades. Be responsible. Be smart. Don't use stupid risk management. And yeah, be a better trader. All right, guys. Love you all. I'll catch you on the next one.